Hello, and welcome to the 5th episode of Monarch Nation News. I'm Davis Scholl.
And I'm Kate Huon. Davis, where is your Thanksgiving spirit?
I don't know, a lot of people are listening to Christmas music nowadays.
But we can't forget about Thanksgiving.
It's fine, I'll tell you all about it.
It is mid-November, a time many see as a transition between the fall and winter seasons. Sweet memories from Halloween still remain fresh in the minds of children everywhere, and advisements and social media become geared towards the most commercialized holiday of the year, Christmas. Yet almost everyone neglects Thanksgiving, one of the most fundamental American holidays of the year. A recent poll held on the Monarch Broadcasting Twitter found that only 17% of people like Thanksgiving over Christmas and Halloween. I asked a couple students here at PLHS why they prefer Thanksgiving over Christmas and why they think Turkey Day is overlooked by so many.
You get to stay at home for a few days with your family and eat a bunch of food and watch football.
I really like family and the food and just getting together and hanging out watching football.
Probably because people get presents and people like presents.
Probably because it's more about, it's supposed to be more about giving, but it's actually a lot about what people want and just satisfying what they want rather than giving.
I still don't know how anybody could forget about Thanksgiving. The food, the family, it has so much history. Let's take it to Mark to learn 5 more facts you probably didn't know about Thanksgiving.
Hey guys, Mark Boyce here to give you 5 facts on Thanksgiving. Fact 1. The first known story of Thanksgiving took place in present-day Massachusetts in 1621. 200 years later, Abraham Lincoln declared it a national holiday. In 1941, Congress declared it an official holiday. Fact number 2. Minnesota is the top turkey-producing state with 49 million produced annually. Fact number 3. The Detroit Lions have played football every single year on Thanksgiving since 1944. Fact number 4. The largest pumpkin pie ever baked weighed 2,020 pounds. It was over 12 feet long and included 900 pounds of pumpkins. Fact number 5. 91% of Americans eat turkey on Thanksgiving. This has been Mark Boyce with Monarch Broadcasting. Now let's roll it back to Kate.
Thanks, Mark.
What are you doing?
I'm preparing for Black Friday.
That's not for another week.
I don't want to miss any of the deals, though.
You could shop online for Cyber Monday instead of having to wait in all these silly lines.
Are you sure? I don't know about online shopping.
Let's take it to Chris for the full story.
Chris here with Monarch Nation News. Cyber Monday will be coming up here pretty soon, and it is one of the best times to get deals while shopping online. This is also one of the perfect times for hackers to gain information about your various online activities and accounts, such as online retailer accounts or even bank accounts. These types of attacks can lead to fraud, identity theft, or just someone getting into your account that you might not want them to. There are a few easy steps you can take to help prevent this and help secure your online life and keep you protected whenever you decide to venture out onto the dark realms of the internet. One of the simplest steps is to enable 2-factor authentication. This means you must have your phone enabled to log into any of your accounts. This works by you logging into your account and then it will ask you for a code that will be texted to you. All of the most used apps have this feature, you just have to find it and enable it in the app or on the website. Another step you can take is to use different passwords on websites. I know you hear this a lot, but it is very true. If you use the same password and one of your passwords is found, then they can pretty much get into all of your accounts at that point. If you have troubles remembering all of your passwords, you can use a password manager such as LastPass, which is a free online service that is trusted by many and has been used for years. This program will remember them and even fill them in for you on most websites that you will use. A third easy step is to change your passwords every now and then. It doesn't need to be every day, but every month or so you should change them up. Again, if it would help, use a password manager such as LastPass to keep track of all of that for you. My final tip is to never log into anything or fill out any credit card information on Wi-Fi networks at places such as Starbucks, where there are people on it that you do not know. These people can use programs on their computers to see exactly what you are putting in on whatever website you may be using. This can lead to identity theft or even fraud. I hope you'll use these suggestions to your advantage. Now back to you, Kate and Davis.
Thanks, Chris. I'm really looking forward to all the great deals.
I'm really looking forward to all the football games.
Who's even playing?
Skylar has the full story. Kate, go long! Let's throw it to Skylar.
This past week, we did a poll on Twitter to see which football game Monarch Nation is most likely to watch this Thanksgiving. Online, it seems Monarchs are excited to see the Minnesota Vikings play the Detroit Lions. After getting results on social media, we decided to take it to the halls.
I plan on watching the Cowboys play. Expect the Cowboys to win. I got a couple of their guys on my fantasy team.
The Vikings versus the Lions because my husband is from Minnesota and he's a huge Vikings fan. The Vikings because the Lions are terrible.
Probably Redskins versus the Cowboys. The Cowboys, unfortunately. They've got an explosive offense. They can run the ball well. They've got a good leader.
Wishing all of Monarch Nation a fun Thanksgiving. Now let's snap it back to Kate.
Thanks, Skylar. Wow, Demas, your throwing is just as bad as your cooking.
Yeah, I know. You know who has really good cooking skills?
No, who's that?
The Baileys. Let's flip it on over to them to see what they're cooking up this Thanksgiving.
Hi, I'm Zach,
And I'm Hannah.
and welcome to Baking with the Baileys.
Today we're going to be having a competition of who can bake the better apple pie.
I feel like after half a semester of Intro to Foods, I really have the upper hand in this competition.
The last time I was in an FCS classroom, I lit a Doritos bag on fire.
So according to the instructions, we're going to start by making our crust. This is done by adding our shortening, salt, and flour together in a bowl. All right, so just go. Yeah.
So continuing on with the pie crust, now we're going to do the liquid portion of it. I'm going to beat 1 egg with a half cup of water and then apple cider vinegar in this bowl.
So now that we have our liquid components together, we're going to go ahead and incorporate it into our flour and mix that together. So now that we have our ingredients mixed together, we're going to separate it into 2 round discs and place it into the freezer for 30 minutes. Now we're going to place our apple on the peeler and roll it all the way through. Next, we're going to add our sugar, apple cider vinegar, and cinnamon into the pot and stir it together. Finally, we'll slice our apples, place them in the bowl, and add our mixture from earlier.
So now we're going to take our liquid pie filling and put it into the apples that we just took out of the microwave.
Now that we've taken our dough balls back from the freezer, we're going to go ahead and lay them out and flatten them into pie crusts. And now that we've rolled out our dough, we're going to go ahead and place it in the pie pan. I suggest you fold it in half so you don't wreck your dough after you work so hard to roll it out. Now we're going to unfold it in here and try and line it around so we're center in our pie pan here. Oop, losing a little. All right. Now try and move your excess to your corners where you're missing a little, and make sure you fill in all your air pockets so that you're flat against your pie pan. So you're gonna wanna make sure you thumb down in all your edges and that you don't have too much excess hanging off anywhere on the edge.
So now that we've finished the top for the pies, we're going to move on to the filling. We're going to place the filling in our pie, then place the toppings on, and then we're going to garnish the top. And this will go very quickly. Now we're going to take our pies and go put them into the oven at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. And that'll do it for the Bailey Cooking Show.
Make sure to vote on the poll at PLHS_broadcast and tell us whose pie is better.
Now back to you, Davis.
Thanks, Zach and Hannah. Even though this holiday is made out to be food and football, we have to remember that it was originally created to give thanks to what we have. Let's hand it to Kate to see what Monarch Nation is thankful for.
Hey Monarchs, we're here in the halls to hear what people are most thankful for this Thanksgiving.
I'm most grateful for my mom because she's my best friend, and without her, I couldn't get anything done. She's what I rely on all the time.
My family, because they're always with me no matter what. They make life fun and easy. I care about them a lot and they support me in everything.
My family, because they're always there for me.
Probably just my life in general. It's been all right so far. Nothing really bad has ever happened to me to where it's torn my life apart. I mean, there have been bad moments, sure, like the death of grandparents though, but I'm still here and I'm still kicking.
My family, because they support me. Even if I'm in trouble, they help me.
Probably most grateful for my family, my wife, my 2 wonderful kids, my extended family, my brothers, my parents, just for all the support that they give me and the health and everything else that comes with that. Family gatherings are great, so it's a lot of fun.
During the time of giving thanks, send us a tweet at PLHS_broadcast and tell us what you are most grateful for. Back to you, Davis. Well, that's about all the time we have.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Also, don't forget that Thanksgiving break starts on Wednesday.
And always, stay classy, Monarchs. Now let's roll out.